Thank you. I feel really old when I read all of my jobs. So we're here today to talk about adapting to the changing media landscape. No surprise, media is changing. It's adapting rapidly, especially in this digital age. I think we're evolving, and every other day there seems to be a new platform, a new technology, a new app that we need to download. I would agree that we are evolving from a technological and advertising standpoint. I think we're devolving a little bit in terms of social graces because I think a bunch of us are always constantly on these devices, heads down, not talking to each other. Ooh, too fast on the clicker. Change is scary. People don't like the change. I think the key thing, from either personally or professionally, change scares a lot of people. But as General Shinseki, no different in pronouncing that right, but if you don't change, you're going to be irrelevant. Looking at the changing media landscape, network television specific has been hit very hard by this change in consumption. Right now, the average network television program, about 57% of the audience is actually watching that live. Not much of a surprise. So that's a 22% drop over the last 4 years. What's driving this? You've got a lot of growth in DVR, time shifting. That tuning in, Monday night at 8 o'clock for appointment television, outside of live sports and a couple of live events like the Oscars or the Emmys, just isn't really happening. Also driving this is the growth in devices like OTT. OTT, connected TV, we actually need more acronyms in this business. OTT, CTV, APP, DSP. Has grown considerably over the past couple of years. So there's been a 350% growth in these over-the-top or connected TV devices over the past couple of years. So right now, the penetration in the US is about 36% of households. So it's all about following the fan and making sure as they go and consume content on these different platforms that we're there. I think the more important thing, talking about adapting and changing, is to understand the trends and see where things are going. So a lot of times, way back in 2012, the first app we had on a connected device was with Xbox 360. And just in the past 9 months alone, we've launched on Apple TV, Roku, Chromecast, Amazon Fire. These things keep coming out. One of the key things for us is to make sure to identify those trends. And a lot of these different platforms are launching with Watch ESPN already on that platform before it comes out. At the end of the day, live sports, very passionate. People want the ability to watch that content. Data. Everyone's talking about data these days. Data is very important. Finding I think someone said this before, it's the right message to the right person at the right time. And I think right now there's a lot of media and clients and agencies are under a lot of scrutiny for efficiencies in their media spend. And they're turning to data to better sort through and kind of find that core target audience. And data is a big investment we're making right now, ESPN-wise and across the Disney organization. We're close to finalizing our DMP. It's going to allow us to take all the data we have on our fans. We've got about 34 million registered fans right now that are active. We know that they play fantasy football. We know they're fans of the Jets. We know that they're like superpower fantasy users because they're league managers. So having access to all that data allows for more personalization, but also allows marketers and agencies to reach that audience and deliver a great message to them, but also potentially take their data and marry it to ours via a DMP. This is still in its infancy, but down the road we're looking at an overall Disney-wide DMP, which could potentially start pulling in information from the stores, the parks, to ABC, and really about sort of making that actionable for our clients, kind of using data and technology from an efficiency standpoint, but also marrying it with our advertisers to kind of make better decisions.